Hi, it's me, Sayid again. Today I would like to answer a couple of questions that we received from folks who live in Edmonton Decor. I just want to say thank you so much for those who took the time to write these questions to us. They are fantastic, amazing questions. And the first question came from Bella. Bella is asking, what are the good conditions for economic success? Thank you, Bella, for your good question. I just want to start by saying that government cannot guarantee success, but it can create right conditions for business, entrepreneurs, and our society to succeed and flourish. And I would like to summarize some of these conditions for economic success by 9 main conditions. So number one is, above all, it's really very important for government to keep the total tax burden very low. Why? Because every dollar in tax revenue is a dollar less that you as a consumer can spend on goods and services, and that our business owners can invest in hiring employees to make and sell those products. It doesn't matter if the tax imposed, if a tax is imposed on a property or gas or electronic property or electronic product or income, but what matters is that the total tax burden is kept very low. That keeping the total tax burden low is the first principle of a good business condition. Why? Because cutting tax spurs an economic growth. Condition number two, do not penalize earnings and investment. Tax on investment, such as capital gain taxes, slow down economic growth by discouraging the business investment that make job creation and economic growth possible. One of the biggest obstacles that startups and expanding businesses face is access to capital. Capital gain taxes restrict access to capital and help restrain or redirect risk taking. Provinces that want more economic growth should lower or eliminate their taxes on earnings and investment. Condition number three, avoid corporate welfare. This is really very important, because I'm a big believer of competition and also free market system. So government should avoid corporate welfare. A poor business climate cannot be improved by offering subsidies or tax abatement to politically favored business. Selective tax abatement distorts the market. Private firms are encouraged to allocate their resources to lobbying efforts rather than to market analysis and productive efforts. Location decisions are distorted because private firms are locating on the basis of subsidy rather than market. That means that inefficient enterprises are subsidized at the expense of efficient ones. Condition number four, it's really very important that government creates a transparent and accountable budget. Just as Alberta's family focus on essentials when their budgets are tight, we want our government by doing only what it should do, not what it might do. We do not want the government to make functions more efficient if it should not be doing or performing that function at all in the first place. Balancing budget and managing debt is really very important condition for the overall economic success and the future of our province. Condition number five, encourage a free market and competition, because competition and free market always creates more opportunities for success and more pathways out of poverty than any other economic system out there. Condition number six, reduce the burden on regulation. This is really very important, and actually I'm very proud to say that all of these conditions government have done a very good job, the UCP government. So this condition number six is really very important for government to reduce the burden on regulation. Government regulations have a major effect on business climate along with cutting taxes. Deregulation is one of the principal lever of policy makers can use to improve their business climate. Regulations impose heavy burden on business and individuals, yet frequently produce fewer, if any, of social benefits. Deregulation is a proven way to improve business climate while benefiting consumers at large. Condition number seven, keeping housing affordable. This is a very important condition. Why? Because affordable housing is an important part of a good business climate, since workers take into account the cost of housing and the cost of living when negotiating wages and salary. Alberta's attractiveness as a place to live is highlighted as having some of the lowest housing prices and rents among any other Canadian urban cities. Condition number 8, highly educated workforce and sufficient labor supply. Having a highly educated workforce and less restrictive labor laws is very good condition for economic success. And finally, condition number 9, access to markets. Access to market is really very important condition for economic success, and particularly is very important for Alberta so that we are able to export our value-add products to the world market. Alberta, unfortunately, we are a landlocked province, and our government can play a critical role in facilitating access to market, such as building pipelines and interconnected highways. And that concludes the 9 major conditions for economic success. Bella, thank you so much for your question. And if you have any question, please reach out, and I'm more than happy to provide further answers. Thank you.